In the vast tapestry of our societies, few issues resonate as deeply and touch as many lives as income inequality. The disparity in wealth and income among individuals and communities can have far-reaching consequences, influencing not only financial stability, but also social cohesion, health, and overall well-being. In the pursuit of economic justice and a fairer distribution of wealth, policymakers, scholars, and citizens alike have embarked on a journey to understand, tackle, and find solutions to the complex issue of income inequality. Howdy. I'm just some random nude dude sitting in my closet talking to myself. It's also where I celebrate the power of free thinking and encourage bold ideas. As a society, we're often afraid to challenge the norms and think outside the box. But here, I embrace the unconventional. So sit back, relax, and join me on this journey of exploration where we embrace our inner nude dude and push boundaries to discover new perspectives. In this episode, we'll journey through a labyrinth of income inequality, a pervasive challenge that affects individuals, communities, and nations worldwide. We'll peel back the layers of this complex issue to reveal its impact on society, from widening wealth disparities to the unequal distribution of resources and opportunities. But we're not here to merely dissect the problem. We're on a quest for solutions, searching for the beacon of hope in the realm of economic justice. The ideas we'll discuss are not born in a vacuum. They're the product of thoughtful minds and the collective wisdom of societies striving for a fairer world. We'll explore a range of policy solutions, from the recalibration of tax systems through progressive taxation to the establishment of robust social programs that serve as a safety net for those who find themselves in economic turbulence. We'll delve into innovative concepts like universal basic income, offering individuals a lifeline to financial security, and universal basic services, ensuring that vital services like healthcare and education are accessible to all. But the journey doesn't end there. We'll also navigate the sometimes treacherous waters of campaign finance reform and labor law reform, exploring how they can help level the playing field and promote equity in decision-making and workers' rights. Throughout this episode, we'll provide a holistic view, sharing case studies from across the globe to illustrate the practical impact of these policies. We'll also address the challenges and opposition that these ideas face and engage with you in a dynamic conversation about how we can collectively work towards economic justice. So, whether you're an economics enthusiast, an advocate for social change, or simply someone curious about the world of finance, this episode holds something for you. My mission is to inform, inspire, and empower as we collectively seek to mend the tears in the fabric of economic justice and weave a tapestry that embraces all members of our global community. Let's embark on this journey together, where learning transforms into action and where policy solutions become a beacon of hope in the pursuit of economic justice. Income inequality is a pressing issue that demands our attention. It's not just about some people earning more than others. It's about the fundamental disparities in income distribution within a society. When income is highly concentrated among a small portion of the population, the consequences ripple through various aspects of our lives. This unequal distribution of wealth can lead to social unrest, as individuals and communities grapple with the stark differences in economic opportunities and outcomes. It affects access to education, healthcare, and even the ability to secure basic needs like food and shelter. Consider the real-world implications of economic inequality. Families struggling to make ends meet, children unable to access quality education, and individuals forced to choose between medical care and daily necessities. Moreover, high levels of income inequality can hinder overall economic growth. When a significant portion of the population has limited purchasing power, it can lead to decreased consumer spending and demand, ultimately impacting business and employment. Furthermore, income inequality has a political dimension, as it can translate into unequal political influence. Wealthy individuals and corporations often wield disproportionate power in shaping policies and legislation, potentially leading to decisions that primarily serve their interests. These are the consequences of a society with high income inequality. However, the conversation doesn't stop at identifying the problem. It extends to exploring solutions. This episode aims to shed light on some of the potential policy measures that can help address income inequality, mitigate its adverse effects, and promote a fairer, more equitable society. Progressive taxation is a key tool in the arsenal of policies aimed at reducing income inequality. At its core, it's a taxation system where the rate at which individuals are taxed increases as their income rises. This means that those with higher earnings pay a larger proportion of their income in taxes. The idea behind progressive taxation is not just about collecting revenue for government spending, but also about promoting fairness and redistributing wealth within society. When higher income individuals pay a larger share of their income in taxes, it can help finance essential public services like education, healthcare, and social safety nets. These services, in turn, benefit a broader range of people, particularly those who are less fortunate. Progressive taxation is, in essence, a way to ensure that those who have more contribute more to the common good, addressing income inequality head-on. It's important to note that progressive taxation is not solely about imposing heavy tax burdens on the wealthy. Rather, it's a mechanism that considers the ability to pay. Those with higher incomes can afford to contribute a larger portion of their earnings without experiencing significant financial hardship. This approach is not only socially just, but also economically beneficial. One of the primary advantages of progressive taxation is that it provides a sustainable source of revenue for the government to invest in infrastructure, education, and social programs that benefit the entire society. Additionally, it can help counterbalance the growing income disparities, thus fostering a more balanced and stable economy. However, progressive taxation is not without its challenges. Critics argue that excessively high tax rates on the wealthy could discourage investment or economic growth. Balancing the tax burden while ensuring that the wealthy contribute their fair share is an ongoing policy debate. Social programs serve as a critical safety net, helping to catch those who might otherwise fall through the cracks of income inequality. These programs are designed to provide assistance to individuals and families facing economic challenges, offering essential support in times of need. They come in various forms, including unemployment benefits, food assistance, housing support, and health care coverage. The importance of these programs cannot be overstated. They act as a cushion, helping individuals and families weather financial storms and maintain a basic standard of living. For example, unemployment benefits provide income to those who have lost their jobs, ensuring that they can continue to meet essential needs, from housing to groceries. Such programs are a lifeline for many, preventing them from falling into poverty. Moreover, social programs play a crucial role in addressing the root causes of income inequality. By offering support, such as access to quality education and affordable health care, they empower individuals to improve their economic prospects. For instance, educational assistance can break the cycle of poverty by providing opportunities for skill development and better employment prospects. Healthy individuals who have access to affordable health care are better equipped to participate in the workforce and contribute to their communities. While these programs are vital for promoting economic justice, it's important to acknowledge that their effectiveness can vary depending on their design and implementation. Some may argue that social programs need to be comprehensive and readily accessible to truly address income inequality. Ultimately, social programs are an integral part of any strategy to combat income inequality. They not only offer immediate relief to those in need, but also contribute to long-term societal well-being by investing in human capital and ensuring that everyone has a fair shot at economic success. Universal Basic Income, or UBI, is a compelling and innovative policy proposal that aims to address income inequality and improve economic security for all citizens. It's based on the simple idea that every eligible individual in a society should receive a regular, unconditional sum of money from the government, regardless of their income or employment status. UBI has gained significant attention in recent years for its potential to reshape the social safety net and foster greater economic justice. One of the primary advantages of UBI is the ability to provide a financial safety net for everyone. By ensuring that individuals receive a basic income, UBI can help alleviate poverty, reduce income inequality, and empower people to make choices that best suit their needs. This is especially important in an ever-changing job market, where traditional employment may not always guarantee financial stability. A key aspect of UBI is that it is unconditional. Recipients do not need to meet specific criteria or engage in complex bureaucracy to access their basic income. This simplicity not only reduces administrative costs, but also ensures that individuals can rely on this support without fear of losing it due to changes in circumstances. UBI's potential positive impacts extend beyond income security. It has the capacity to stimulate local economies as people have more spending power, and it can encourage entrepreneurship and innovation by providing a financial cushion to pursue personal or business ventures. However, there are valid concerns and challenges associated with implementing UBI. Critics argue that the costs of such a program could be prohibitive and that it might disincentivize work. While universal basic income garners significant attention, it's essential to explore an alternative approach to addressing income inequality: universal basic services, or UBS. UBS aims to ensure that essential services, such as healthcare, education, housing, and public transportation, are universally accessible to all citizens. This policy proposal stands as a complementary strategy to UBI in the pursuit of economic justice. The central idea behind UBS is to provide a robust safety net by guaranteeing access to fundamental services. By offering quality healthcare and education to all, it can help reduce disparities in health outcomes and educational achievements, leveling the playing field for individuals regardless of their socioeconomic background. Moreover, it tackles income inequality at its root, as these services address the crucial determinants of long-term success. A notable feature of UBS is that it strives to eliminate the financial barriers to essential services. People no longer need to worry about crippling medical bills or the cost of quality education. This approach can lead to improved overall well-being, from better health outcomes to enhanced educational opportunities. UBS has the potential to drive significant economic and social benefits. By reducing financial burdens associated with healthcare and education, it frees up funds for other expenses and investments. This not only benefits individuals, but also bolsters local economies. Additionally, a more educated and healthier population can lead to a more productive workforce, contributing to overall economic growth. However, implementing UBS poses its own set of challenges. Allocating the necessary resources for comprehensive services can be costly. Campaign finance reform is a fundamental aspect of addressing income inequality and promoting economic justice. At its core, it seeks to ensure that the political decision-making process is not unduly influenced by financial interests, particularly those of the wealthy and corporations. By limiting the outsized role of money in politics, campaign finance reform aims to create a more equitable and transparent democratic system. One of the key concerns associated with the influence of money in politics is that it can skew policy decisions in favor of those who can afford substantial campaign contributions. This creates a situation where the policy agenda may cater to the interests of a select few rather than addressing the needs and concerns of a broader population. Campaign finance reform seeks to correct this imbalance by enacting regulations that restrict the amount of money that can be donated to political campaigns and by enhancing transparency in political funding. By diminishing the influence of big donors, campaign finance reform can help level the playing field. Candidates can focus on the concerns of their constituents rather than being beholden to a handful of wealthy individuals or corporations. This not only promotes fairness in the democratic process, but also ensures that policies are crafted with the broader well-being of society in mind. The positive impact of campaign finance reform can be observed in the greater emphasis on public financing of elections, which reduces the dependence on private donations. Additionally, the enforcement of stricter disclosure requirements ensures that the public has a clear understanding of who is funding political campaigns. Transparency builds trust in a political system and allows citizens to make informed decisions when voting. The challenges in achieving comprehensive campaign finance reform are significant. There can be resistance from those who benefit from the existing system, and enacting and enforcing reform measures can be a complex and ongoing process. Nevertheless, examining successful instances of campaign finance reform, both on a national and local level, can provide valuable insights into its practical implication and the positive change it can bring. Labor law reform is a critical component in the pursuit of economic justice. Labor laws govern the relationship between employers and employees, and their reform can profoundly impact income inequality. This section delves into how reforming these laws can enhance workers' rights, fair wages, and overall economic equity. First and foremost, labor law reform can address the issue of minimum wage. By adjusting the minimum wage to reflect the rising cost of living, workers can earn a fair wage that supports their basic needs. This, in turn, reduces income inequality by narrowing the earnings gap between the lowest paid workers and those in the higher paying jobs. Moreover, labor law reform is essential to bolstering workers' rights, including the right to organize and collectively bargain. When workers can collectively negotiate for better wages, benefits, and working conditions, they have a more significant say in their economic well-being. It empowers them to demand equitable treatment and ensures that economic gains are more evenly distributed. The impact of labor law reform goes beyond wages and bargaining rights. It can lead to safer working conditions, protection from exploitation, and job security. These factors not only improve the quality of life for workers, but also contribute to a more stable and productive economy. The benefits of labor law reform can be observed in numerous success stories from around the world. Countries that have implemented robust labor laws often enjoy higher levels of worker satisfaction, lower income inequality, and more competitive, equitable job markets. However, the path to labor law reform is not without challenges. Opposition from business interests, concerns about potential job losses, and political obstacles can complicate the process. Nonetheless, examining how various regions have overcome these challenges and enact positive labor law reforms can provide valuable insights. One of the most compelling ways to understand the effectiveness of policy solutions to income inequality is by examining real-world case studies and success stories. By taking a closer look at countries or regions that have implemented these policies, we can gain valuable insights into their impact on achieving economic justice. To illustrate the positive effects of progressive taxation, we can look at countries like Denmark and Sweden. These nations have implemented progressive tax systems, where higher earners pay a larger share of their income in taxes. As a result, they enjoy lower income inequality, robust social safety nets, and high standards of living. These cases demonstrate that progressive taxation not only generates revenue for essential services, but also helps create a fairer society. Case studies from Canada and the Nordic countries can exemplify the power of well-designed social programs. These nations have comprehensive systems that provide health care, education, and other vital services to all citizens, significantly reducing income inequality. Their experience showcases that investing in social programs can lead to better health, education, and overall quality of life. UBI experiments in countries like Finland and Kenya offer insights into its potential impact. In Finland, a 2-year pilot program showed that UBI reduced stress and increased overall well-being among recipients. In Kenya, UBI projects have encouraged entrepreneurship and improved financial security. These cases highlight that UBI can have positive effects on individuals' lives and local economies. The United Kingdom's National Health Service, or NHS, serves as an example of the success of universal health care. The NHS ensures that health care is accessible to all citizens, leading to better health outcomes and reducing disparities. This demonstrates that UBS policies can create a more equitable society. Countries like Norway and Canada have implemented campaign finance reforms that limit the influence of money in politics. These reforms have resulted in transparent political processes and policies that prioritize the broader population's needs over the interest of the wealthy. These cases underscore the importance of campaign finance reform in achieving a more equitable democratic system. Examining successful labor law reforms in Germany and Australia can shed light on positive outcomes. These countries have strong labor laws that protect workers' rights and fair wages. This leads to lower levels of income inequality and a more balanced workforce. These cases demonstrate that labor law reform can create a win-win situation for both workers and the economy. While policy solutions to address income inequality are essential, they are not without their challenges and opposition. It's crucial to consider these factors to ensure a comprehensive understanding of the complex landscape of economic justice. One of the primary challenges associated with progressive taxation is the concern that excessively high tax rates on the wealthy could discourage investment and economic growth. Critics argue that taxing the rich heavily may lead to capital flight, where high net worth individuals and corporations move their assets to lower tax jurisdictions. Balancing the tax burden on the wealthy while promoting economic growth is a delicate task that requires careful policy design. Opposition to social programs often stems from concerns about their cost and potential for abuse. Some argue that expansive social programs can be financially unstable and may disincentivize individuals from seeking employment. Critics also express concerns about fraud and misuse of social benefits. Striking a balance between providing vital support and ensuring fiscal responsibility is an ongoing challenge. Critics of UBI question its feasibility and cost. They argue that providing a universal basic income to all citizens may place a substantial burden on public finances. Additionally, there are concerns about how UBI might impact work incentives. Some fear that if individuals receive income without the obligation to work, it may lead to reduced labor force participation and economic productivity. Implementing universal basic services is often seen as a financial challenge. Ensuring quality health care, education, and housing for all citizens requires significant public investment. Skeptics question whether governments can afford to provide these services universally. Striking a balance between comprehensive service provision and fiscal responsibility remains a key challenge. One of the primary obstacles to campaign finance reform is the resistance from powerful interests that benefit from the existing system. Corporations, wealthy donors, and lobbying groups often oppose measures that seek to limit their influence in politics. Implementing meaningful campaign finance reform requires navigating a complex landscape of interests and political dynamics. Opposition to labor law reform often comes from businesses that fear higher labor costs, job losses, and reduced flexibility in managing their workforce. Critics argue that stringent labor laws may hinder economic growth and job creation. Achieving labor law reform requires finding a balance between protecting workers' rights and promoting economic competitiveness. As we reach the end of this enlightening journey into policy solutions and economic justice, it's paramount to reflect on the profound implications of our discussions. We've charted a course through the turbulent waters of income inequality, recognizing its far-reaching impact on individuals, communities, and the world at large. Our exploration of progressive taxation has shown us that fairness in wealth distribution can be achieved through smart policy decisions. The implementation of social programs has highlighted the vital role of social safety nets in supporting those facing economic challenges. We've dared to dream of a future where universal basic income and universal basic services provide a financial safety net and equitable access to essential services. In navigating the intricate terrain of campaign finance reform, we've come to understand the pivotal role of transparent and just democratic processes. Labor law reform has demonstrated that workers' rights and fair wages are not just dreams, but achievable realities. Our case studies have showcased real-world successes, proving that the path to economic justice is not a mythical quest, but a tangible journey filled with promise. These achievements, both big and small, remind us of the change that is possible when vision meets action. Yet, our journey doesn't conclude with understanding alone. It extends to a call for action. We've explored the challenges and opposition that these policies face, knowing that the road to change is often met with resistance. But it's my hope that this episode has armed you with knowledge and motivation to engage with this challenge head-on. You hold the power to transform the theoretical into the practical. I've encouraged you to raise your voice, participate in your communities, and support policies and candidates that align with your vision of economic justice. This journey does not conclude here. It's a continuous collective effort. As we navigate the ever-changing landscape of economics, let's remember that it's not just about policy solutions. It's about the transformation of our world. It's about weaving a tapestry where equity, opportunity, and dignity are the threads that bind us all. Thank you for joining me on this expedition. Together, we embark on a mission to mend the tears in the fabric of economic justice, to build a fairer, more equitable society for all. This is not the end. It's the beginning of change. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you found this video informative and thought-provoking. This is the point at which others tell you, if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content just like this. But we know that kind of thing is for losers. Don't be a loser. And as always, I welcome your feedback and ideas for future videos in the comments section below. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep embracing your inner nude, dude.